Yesterday we had a big gap to the downside, which had initially followed through, quite emotional and aggressive, but after an early dip we rallied basically entire session and almost had an outside day up. Uh, we have a spike to the upside, and now we are in the overnight balancing within this low volume node. We tried higher and now are back within yesterday's range. So looking at the bigger picture, we did retrace around half of this move, and now from the swing low we already traded around half of this. So it is going to be telling if we now dip above halfway back of yesterday's range, and this would indicate market is indeed strong and wants to trade higher. I think that if we trade around this high volume node, we might rotate a little bit. If we shoot straight through it, then odds are bigger that we will challenge all-time highs even today. But going into more detailed look what happened yesterday and in the overnight. So basically this is our pullback low, which indicates the change in the market. And the latest rally started here. It is also overnight low and also halfway back from yesterday. So if we trade through this area, I like to see rejection and come back to enter long. If not, if we get deep lower, I will be looking for pullbacks to short from this range. But for now we are fairly higher. So again, since we are around the extremes of the day and of the overnight, I'd like to see an early attempt higher that fails, maybe above overnight high, since it is weak against overnight high from yesterday. If we fail somewhere in this area, then I'd like to see myself shorting back to, for example, overnight point of control, if not around the settle area. If we start stronger, for example, an early dip that maybe cleans this pullback low and fails to revisit settle, then it might be an opportunity to enter longs, but it's going to be harder because, well, not really. You're gonna have a stop loss below the developing daily low and then target poor high from yesterday, and all of the upper references. If we start early with stronger move to the downside and we get below this area, I'd like to see myself shorting below this level to fill the singles and then decide if we find acceptance within yesterday's value or not. Not sure if this is another long opportunity. If we are trending lower, then I don't like it. If we, for example, dip there but have earlier build value higher, then I'm more likely to enter longs around this level. But yeah, so this is okay for longs. If we start and get above overnight high fairly quickly, so for example we clean this high and then dip a little bit, fail below yesterday's range, get rejected, then straight higher. I like to see myself trading longs, targeting even all-time highs, because now we have stacking poor highs from, I guess, 3 days. So that might be potential targets for today. Overall, I think that we might see some backing and filling within this low volume node, but after such emotional buy the dip yesterday, it might be surprising today. I think that yesterday mm, yesterday was very strong tendency, or well, not tendency, very strong reactive buy the dip occurrence. So if something unexpected happens today, for example, if we start getting lower, we might see some panic selling. But if not, then the most probable scenario is that we will develop value higher, and so then I will probably look for longs more likely than shorts.